All right, all right. Welcome, guys. My name is Jean Marlo Davis. I am your wealth creator. I'm here to talk about supercharge your business. Three shifts that took us to six figures, and I'm very, very happy and grateful and thankful that you here. I promise not to be eternal. I promise to be straight to the facts so you can understand what we did to take our business, our product, our service that we created from zero to six figures in less than 90 days. Now, basically, guys, what you want to do, you want to get in a quiet place, grab pen, grab paper so you can take copious notes so you can get the information that you need. Okay, so again, supercharge your business, three shifts that took us to six figures in for 3 to 4 months. What you're going to learn is how to level up, the key mistakes we made, and about positive cash flow. How to level up your business and increase your profits, the key mistakes that keep most entrepreneurs stuck, and how to take the next real steps to 6 to 7 figure impact. Now, I just want to make sure you understand this is not a get rich quick scheme. You must have a positive mental attitude. Also, I would like to say you must believe in yourself, because you're going to hear me talk about belief and influence in just a little bit. Results are not typical because we don't know if you're going to do the work. We don't know if you're going to be committed, not just to your business, but to yourself, but also to, there has to be strategic marketing strategies in order for you to build anything. Okay. Who am I? I'm Jean Marlo Davis, your wealth creator. I'm the founder and CEO of Tiffis LLC, which is the Institute of Financial Freedom and Investments Solutions, located right here in Atlanta, Georgia. The Luck Firm, which is Level Up Coaching and Wealthy Women Enterprises. I'm a former IRS auditor with over 24 years of tax and financial experience. As you see, I've been on Good Day Atlanta, Good Morning America, all that good old stuff. Work with Danny Glover, Fran Tarkenton, creator of several 6 and 7 figure programs. And I'm so very happy that I'm a new author. I'm a coach, I'm a mentor, and I'm here for you today. So, what is the big problem? This is what we want to talk about. Most entrepreneurs, guys, they're tired. They're tired. They're overwhelmed. I know some people like, yep, that's me. That's me. Underpaid. They don't have a system in place. They're burned out and they feel stuck. They I would say they like to, uh, when it comes to the process of building a business, they complicate it. Okay, they complicate it. They can't scale what they haven't mastered. That's what most people don't understand. So a lot of times they're looking at, why isn't my business growing? How can I create another stream of income? Where you can't complicate, you can't scale something that you haven't mastered, okay? All it's going to do is keep you frustrated, irritated, agitated, and dang near convincing yourself that, you know what, maybe this is not my calling, maybe this is not my passion, maybe I need to just let this thing go, okay? So we're going to talk about the clarity framework, the three shifts that blessed our business to grow. And give me 1 second, guys. Okay, there we go. Okay, so what really blessed our business, guys, is we stopped chasing ideas and started building income producing assets. We had to find what was profitable for us. And I like to say we had to put our ears to the ground and see what problems could we solve. How can we help this person or that person, whether it had to be with taxes, whether it had to be with finances, whether it had to be with, how to overcome difficulty, looking at what are people going through. You think about yourself, what am I going through? Is that a market? Is that a market? And go and do another thing you can do, which is free. You can do surveys, especially on social media, especially now that pretty much every platform have AI that AI will create questions for you, and you say, hey, look, can you create a survey for me for Facebook? And this is what I wanted to ask. And you can get real feedback to see what is my audience, the clarity framework. You got to be able to make sure that you can position yourself to be able to be the expert in that field. And I remember one day having a conversation with my husband, and he was like, babe, you got a lot of information. If I went in my library and I showed you guys my journals, oh, man, I got journals after journal. I'm pretty sure you guys watching have it too. Those that's watching live or watching a replay, you probably have just years of journals of information that you went to a workshop, a seminar, and all the information. My husband said, all that information you have, baby, you can sell that information. You got over 10,000 hours with this stuff. And it's told that if you have over 10,000 hours in anything, you are considered an expert. So now you have to posture up and position yourself so the money will come to you. But the next thing you got to do, you got to seek counsel. You got to get a mentor. You got to get a coach. You got to get someone who has already done what you are doing. And I'm talking about they must be profitable. I'm not talking about somebody that's sitting up there saying, oh yeah, eventually I'm going to get to it. I'm believing in it. I read in this book. No, we're talking about people that they eat, live, breathe what it is that you're doing. And they're quick thinking, fast moving, right down to the modern day time. Not talking about something that we did in the year 2020. We're talking about now 2025 and beyond. That's why you have to make sure that you stay learning. Study to show yourself approved. That should always be your motto, to make sure you're always studying and staying up on what's new, what's happening, and how you can solve the problems of the world today. Okay, so that's shift number one, guys. Now, shift number two, build your brand and authority fast. How can I attract without coming off super aggressive, pressuring people, sounding like a salesman or a saleswoman? How can I build my brand without being pushy? Well, let me tell you. What I did was I offered free advice, something similar to what I'm doing today, doing a webinar, doing a Facebook Live, doing a conference call, sharing stages, doing collabs, things of that nature. I made sure that I put myself out there as the authority, and people would ask me questions, and I would give them real common sense answers. I would say, you know what, but make sure you go follow me on YouTube, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter, go look at some of my YouTube videos. Why? Because I have so much information on YouTube that established me as an authority that, man, I don't have to do any talking. YouTube's going to do it all for me. And a lot of time, guys, they come right back like, wow, Miss Davis, I've been watching all your videos. I'm like, all of them? I've been on your videos. Like some people say, I don't watch 5, 6, 7 videos. I know you know what you're talking about. I need your help. Can you help me? Listen, write this down. Your voice and message matters now more than ever. Write that down. Your voice and message matters more than ever. Become so clear, credible, and compelling in what you have to offer and how you present it, that it will automatically bring you to the right clients. And I'm going to tell you something. Most people think that if I do a Facebook Live 1 or 2 times a week, maybe once a week, or maybe I do it every now and again, or maybe I go live every now and again, I'm going to build my brand and it's going to go fast. No, it's not. Just because you throw something up there. No, you have to really build it brick by brick. And what I mean by that is it has to be consistent, that you're constantly Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok. You're doing it so much, YouTube. And I talk about this in the mansion. And I tell you guys, I came up with something called 444 plus one, 444 plus one more. And we recently just added another four to it. And I tell people that you can cheat because if you upload something up to TikTok, you can download it and upload it to YouTube, upload it to Facebook, upload it various different places. You don't have to keep double talking. You can be able to do something one time, but utilize it across social media so you can get the message out there on a consistent basis. It's about building your brand and building it with authority, but doing it fast. And how do I do it fast? Consistent is the new fast. Okay. Being consistent will help you to build it fast because people, they come out the gate, they come out, but they don't stay out. They go right back in. They come out with a little bit and then they go right back in. I think one of the main things that you got to do, guys, is you got to have fun with it. So you're not feeling like it's work. It's work, yes, but you got to have fun with it. Like I'm doing this webinar that I'm doing right now. I'm not concerned how many people are going to be on it live, right? I'm not concerned about it because it's not the live people a lot of times that's going to really do something. A lot of times it's the people that's watching the replay. Aha, you got it right. So it's the replay. Once this video is done, common sense tells me upload it to YouTube and share the replay. Share it to my emails, share it to Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, all this that, hey, look, you missed it. Here's the replay. You can watch it. It adds credibility to you. I'm talking about the 3 shifts that impacted my business and helped me to go to 6 figures in less than 4 months. Okay. Now, shift 3, systemize, automate, and scale. Systemize, automate, and scale. And now with AI, you can create auto webinars. Guys, listen. Systems save yourself time, energy, and money. We say that all the time, but you got to think about what system do I have in place right now? When I created a system, like I said, that 444 plus one more, I knew what I was doing on a daily basis. I had my content calendar. I was able to see, okay, this day I got a webinar, this day I got this. And on top of it, I had ads that was working in the background for me. I had auto emails that was working in the background for me. That was what we like to call the drip marketing, that I didn't have to worry about doing everything myself. I created the email, yes, but I was able to program it that I want this email to go out on this day, this email to go out on that day. I want to be able to have this video released on this day, things of that nature. So I was able to create the system that no matter what I was doing, because of course, I'm a coach, I'm a mentor, I'm a consultant. So I'm not always on Facebook Live, but I'm on Facebook. You get it? I'm not always on Twitter or TikTok, but I'm always on. That means that I have systems in place that's working for me in the background, in the foreground, is working for me and is helping me to earn money in my sleep. I remember it was during COVID. I had just created a course and I got a COVID bug and I had just launched the program, but I had everything set up. I had already did my videos. I already had the ad that I had going. I already had everything already done. I already had the auto webinar. That's people that the ad sent them to, and people were able to register to hear about the program. And then I started hearing like, cha-ching, cha-ching. I'm like, what's going on? What's going on my phone? Well, that was my Stripe account. Let me know that people was buying my program. That money was coming in. I'm like, wait a minute. And then, write this down. I was told from a mentor a long time ago, you need to get what we call a what am I doing right journal. What am I doing right? And you write down what's working. When you get real-time results, you write down what's working. Because if you can read that journal and you can see what was working for you in the past, you can repeat it. You can look at what colors was I wearing? Did I have perfume on? How was my hair? Did I have makeup on? What color was the lipstick? Okay, what was the environment? How was my attitude? What was I saying? Was I telling stories? Was I being fun? Did I create laughter? Was there excitement? How was my energy? These are the things that you got to ask yourself. And then when you see that brings results, that's what equal real-time freedom. When you can measure what you're doing and it brings about results, now you could have freedom. And one of the things is, I'm gonna tell you something, most people they may not do it, but I firmly believe in stacking. And what I mean is this, okay, so I have this live webinar going on. But I also believe in having the auto webinar going on for people who can't attend the live. Okay, so that pretty much what I do is I pick the most powerful video that I already have, right? The video that I might say, oh man, I got down on that video. So I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna change videos out and put that in, because the more and more you do your live presentation, the more and more you're gonna get better, right? And people can hear your passion. They can feel your passion. They can see that you're striving to get them real information to make an impact. And that video be off the chain and, things move. You're like, let me replace that and replace it, put it in there for the auto webinar, sales, sales, sales. So you're like, wait a minute, this video is more productive than the last one I did. So now I'm not going to change it out the next week. I'm going to see how long we're going to ride out on that. And then if I need to change it out, if it dies out, boom, I know what I need to do. I can measure what I'm doing and what's working. And that's what the big mistakes that business owners don't do. They don't track, they don't measure. They don't track, they don't measure, meaning that they don't track what's working, okay, and what's not working. And they don't measure, okay, how much money did I make today? That's still tracking. What results did it get me? That's measuring. Okay, they don't do that. They just in it, and they don't think. They think that I can just pop up and do anything and people will come. Well, when you build influence, which is what I'm going to talk about right now, influence is the new currency. I remember when I was in direct sales, people would always ask the question, do I lead with the product or do I lead with the service? Do I lead with the product or do I lead with the service? Most people will ask that question. And I said, well, you're always leading with you. People do business with people they know, like, and trust. A lot of times people, they might be excited about what you have to offer. That it may be what they're looking for, but 9 times out of 10, ladies and gentlemen, they are buying you. Influence is the new currency. Okay, in today's business and digital world, influence gets you access, attention, and income. Again, people do business with people they know, they like, they trust. How do I get someone to know me, like me, trust me? That's why sometimes when I go, somebody say, Miss Davis, you check out my Instagram, check out my YouTube. Can you check it out and see what's going on? I go look. And I say, your brand is confusing. What is it that you're talking about? What is it that you're striving to offer? You're all over the place. And then you got some inappropriate stuff on there. What is it that you're doing? And so, no, your brand has to be congruent across the board. Family, occupation, recreation, money. Family, that's called form. Family, occupation, recreation, money. It has to be across the board. Some people you're going to get with family. Some people you're going to get with occupation. Some people you're going to get with the things that you do recreational. And some people are going to look at the money and be like, okay, this person is somebody that I want to do business with. Your business only grows to the level of your influence. I don't care what nobody tells you. If you don't have influence, then I'm telling you right now, the money will not come. Now you say, Gene, really in a nutshell, what is influence? Being able to move people without putting your hands on them. That's influence. Being able to move people without putting your hands on them. That's why I've been watching some of these influencers on TikTok, just studying them. And one guy said him and his wife, they had to be doing something good anyway to pay rent for a mansion, $45,000 a month. He said they sacrificed and would be in this big mansion, do little videos. Then they start doing brand deals where for 30 seconds making $40,000, $50,000. Then it started growing to 100,000. Then it just started growing out of control. That pretty much that they were able to move out of that house and buy a $4 or $5 million house and pay cash for it. Influence. You now have people on the red carpet, guys, that are influencers. That's on the red carpet with people like Denzel Washington, Viola Davis, Tom Cruise, all these people like this. And I was like, man, how in the world did influencers become so big? Because when you build your influence, people will come. People will come. People want to do business with you. But I can have the cure to cancer, guys. But if I don't get out there and people don't get to know me, it's going to fall on deaf ears. I know you heard the squeaky wheel gets the oil. The person that yelled the loudest get heard. You know what I'm saying? Closed mouth, don't get fed. These are the things that we were taught a long time ago, but now is more important than ever. You have to work on your influence. You have to work on your brand. You have to be grinding out like never before. Here's another thing. It's a guy, he's a gamer. He said that he worked a full-time job, and for 3 years straight, he would stream like 3 or 4 hours, 3 times a day, gaming for 3 years. He said, you know what? I'm just going to have fun. I'm just going to enjoy myself, and I'm just going to stream. I'm just going to stream. Well, after that, he started getting brand deals. He started in the middle of the game, energy drink. They might say something. He might say something about the energy drink. He might say, this is my favorite such and such. And what I'm rocking a such and such shirt. The guy got so big that he started making $1.5 million. Write it down. $1.5 million a month. You do the math, how much that is a year. Gaming. I thought they said you couldn't make money playing games. Evidently, he didn't get the memo. So you got to define your why and create it. Define your why and create it. Listen, put your ears to the wind. What are some of the problems that I know that God has given me a gift? He's given me a talent. And then find some way, guys, to make it fun, to make it safe, stay out of mess, stay out of controversy, unless that's your brand and that's what you do. You do blog and you deal with controversy or whatever, just like Candace Owens or what have you. And how she started out. What people don't realize is it's the consistency. I'm going to keep saying it's the consistency. Whatever you do, you can't do it every now and again. You got to be willing to do it over and over and over till you get the job done. And then when you do that, you got to do it again. You got to scale that sucker, take it up to the next level. Okay. And one of the things you must do when you find the need, you will be wealthy indeed. Like I said, put the ear to the ground. What's going on out here? What are some of the needs? I have a good friend on, Pamela Bird. She's a talk about boundaries. She's a boundaries coach. It's a need for it. It's a need for it. People need to understand boundaries. I mean, families need to understand boundaries. Business owners employees need to understand, need to know what they need to talk about at work and what they can't talk about at work. Some people don't know that. That's it. Look, you got to be able to scale. You got to be able to scale and look at what are the needs, conflict resolution, how can I help, with this? How can I help with that? Guys, it's so much out here, but you got to start looking at what are the problems and how can I be a solution? The next thing, before you do anything, you got to develop a strong belief in yourself, belief in your brand, belief that, you know what, I have been anointed and appointed to do it. Don't worry about what people think about you. What people think about you is none of your damn business. None of it is what you think about yourself. You got to be bold. You got to be bad. You got to be beautiful. And you got to step into your divine authority and do what you've been called to do. I don't care if somebody listen or not, because one day you will be in front of a big audience. And baby, you would have perfected your craft because you've been consistent with the message. Come on, God. The way to get started is to quit talking about it and begin doing it. That's what your boy Walt Disney said. I believe it in totality. Stop talking and start doing. Now, let's talk about the gap. What's missing? Even though I've given you the problem most entrepreneurs face, some powerful tips, and I talked about the 3 shifts we made in this short 30, 45-minute presentation. What's missing is real-time strategies. What's missing is deep implementation, a mindset shift, funnel hacking, marketing, goal setting, execution, support, and more. These are the things that's missing that I can't give you all of that in 30 to 45 minutes, but that's the reason why I created Supercharge Your Business and Increase Your Profit Bootcamp, which is coming this September in a mansion right here in Georgia. Some of the things we're going to cover, guys, is how we made 6 figures in 4.5 months and repeated it in 3 months. Building irresistible high-ticket products. I don't care what it is that you do. I don't care if you're a coach, you're a mentor, you're an author, whatever business owner, is always a way to scale, and we can show you how to automate it like we have. We're not talking about it, we're being about it, okay? How to create webinars that convert while you sleep. I talked about that earlier. We're going to show you. We also talk about stacking value so well that when someone registers for your event, register for your product, your service, they're going to feel like, you know what? They dumb because look, I'm getting over, and that's what you want them to feel. You want them to feel that they're getting over. We're going to show you how to turn your laptop into a profit pulling machine, how to attract high paying clients, and mastering repeat business. We get what we call repeat offenders. A lot of times when I do workshops, I do seminars, I consult, it's the same people. I'm back, Ms. Davis. I'm back. I got to come back. Is because we make sure that what we create, we give them leaving the room wanting more, okay? We're going to show you how to use social media as a revenue engine, like some of the things that I was telling you, the 444 plus one more. And what I want you to know, that this isn't hype. This is all about execution, automation, and domination. And right now, as we speak, we only have 19 spots available left in the mansion. Once it's gone, it's gone. And that includes we got rooms, only a few rooms left. And then we have day passes that you get to come both days to the event. You also get to come that Friday to the reception that we're going to have. So what you want to do, let me show you this right quick. What you want to do, guys, is you want to go over here to TWC Elite MM Events.com. I'll go back to the thing in just a minute. This is what you're going to see. Supercharge your business, maximize your profit 4.0. Go to the video so you can watch, turn your speakers up so you can watch the video of what we did last time. We're actually going right back to that mansion. I'm so excited about that. You'll go in and put your name, put your email, and you're going to click there for more details, okay? Then it's going to take you where it's going to break down. Welcome to Supercharge Your Business, Increase Your Profit. It's going to break down everything. You don't want to click before. Read and peruse the website so you can see September the 19th is the reception, and then 20 and 21st is the actual days, 9 to 5. You want to make sure that you just look over all that information. And then I break down the benefits, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and additional things that we're going to be giving. We also just booked celebrity saxophonist Richard Shaw that's going to be playing at that reception. So as you see, the value is well over $19,985 dollars for everything that we're giving you, everything that you see here. But guys, we're knocking off 85%. All you got to do is go here to Supercharge Your Business, wherever you see the red bar, and click there to register. It's going to say, are you ready for the to declare I'm ready for the high ticket program, wish to take my business to the next level? You click on that, and then boom, you're now ready to get registered. We have roommate specials available. We have day passes available. You're going to fill everything out, your contact, your billing. It explains everything. And then you see the prices. You see that? $19.97 for the 2-day experience. For a room, $2,997 plus the 2-day experience. If you have 2 people, $3,997 plus for 2 people, the 2-day experience plus the reception. And of course, we do have payment plans and a roommate special. You can't beat it. To get the information that's going to empower you, that's going to help you to grow your business, to grow your brand, to automate, to make money in your sleep, you can't beat it. So what you want to do, guys, is you want to go to TWCEliteMMEvents.com. There's very limited space, as I stated. You want to go ahead and get registered. We're only going to have a small group of people there because we touch everyone there. We're going to make sure you know what to bring, because you're going to have to bring your laptops. And, we're going to make sure to get your hotspot, things of that nature, because it's an actually working workshop. It's an actual lock-in. We feed you breakfast, lunch, dinner. If you're staying in the mansion, if you're not, you get breakfast, lunch, and snacks. And guys, we're going ham, just like we did at the last 4 boot camps. I'm so excited to bring back Supercharge Your Business and increase your profits. But this is 4.0. And I'm so excited. We're kicking it off in Atlanta, Georgia. We will be going back to Puerto Rico. We're looking at some other places that we're going to be going to, but we're kicking it off this September right here in Atlanta. And we hope to see you. Go to TWCEliteMMEvents.com, get registered. I don't care if you got to do the payment plan. I don't care what you got to do. Get registered today. I hope to see your face in the place, because my goal is to get your testimony. My goal is to tell the stories of lives transformed, which means that I have to be able to transform your life. With that being said, my name is Jean Malo Davis. I am a wealth creator. You're a wealth creator too. Remember, you can have, be, do anything. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you get registered, and I'll see you September the 19th at the reception. God bless and take care.